I've been listening and doing a little research here. Now, this kind of came to my attention. I initially, when it comes to Comicsgate, we're and the Fandom Menace. I mean, we're kind of paying attention to the SJW influx within comics and Star Wars, and then this started to happen. And I was just like, Yellow Flash was all over it. Yellow Flash is just like your boy Zach. He's a dog with a bone. He's out there getting his shit done, running it down, and doing a great job. But then it started
I'm gonna
to
die
happen.
on this hill because I got 2 channels, so I'm gonna fucking run these motherfuckers into the ground if
I
it's the
love it.
best thing I had to do because I'm sick of Twitter court. Fuck Twitter court. Already got people looking at all your shit, all your fucking tweets. I've already got a bunch of shit, folders of shit. I'm gonna fucking expose every single one of you motherfuckers, and you can take my channel down. I'll go to the next one and I'll keep doing it. Fuck
Yeah,
all of you.
I don't think they can take your channel down for investigating this nonsense. So this is, it's funny how these things happen. This seems to be the next place that the SJWs have invaded. I'm starting. Here's what happened. Okay, so my friend Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, he's part of what we call the Fandom Menace, which is the anti-SJW Star Wars movement, and he was going to go to Pensacon. That he was going to go there. He was going to go do some interviews and stuff like that. He made it public how he felt about this situation, and they wrote him and disinvited him. He was going to go there. He was going to get a media pass, and it was going to be a big thing. It's right in his neighborhood. He always goes. They disinvited him from this shit. And then I see this on Bounding Comics that Pensacon is basically just, I'm sure you guys have already covered this, but Pensacon actually saying we're going to have I Stand with Vic people arrested. What the fuck is going on, guys? This
They
is
got eyes everywhere, Ethan.
That was psychotic.
We got eyes everywhere, just like a potato. Watch out, JF will smash.
It's just getting insane at this point.
Yeah, this is nuts. This is nuts.
Here's the thing. I'm not super surprised because I said before, we've been covering this shit on AO for fucking years. Like this, the only thing that's changed now is that it's bubbled up to this. A lot of the stuff that's been going on behind the scenes is bubbled up to the surface, and a lot more people know about it now. This leftist cabal shit in anime has been going on for a long time. Like, that whole thing, when so and so happened, I said nothing, and that whole thing. When they were, changing dialogue in English dubs to insert leftist politics into it, that should have been the canary in the coal mine, that it mobilized people a lot more, but a lot of people didn't care. And I'm not saying
a lot of its elites have been watching subs, so
yeah,
didn't care.
Well, yeah, there's that too. But and I'm not saying this to get on anybody. I don't want this to come off like that. I'm just saying this is sort of a learning experience. When that was happening, people didn't really, oh, well, it's the anime dubs, and I don't even watch that show. It's just some anime stuff. I don't know a lot about that. I don't really care. Y'all, people should have cared more, because that was the canary in the coal mine that it was going to get this bad. When stuff like that,
why
that should never
care,
been.
I can watch pirated subs. I don't give a shit about the fucking
because that.
I buy the merchandise in the shit.
It doesn't fucking matter, because now the fact that you didn't care, it ballooned to this. Now Vic Mignogna is out of a job because you didn't care. Because more people had stood up and stopped this shit when it was just Tyson Reinhardt, one of the writers for the Attack on Titan dub, going around attacking everybody because they put the Gamergate line in prison school, and you have this guy that worked for Funimation just outwardly, childishly attacking people. And the fact that nobody gave a damn, this didn't get anywhere, nobody was talking about it because, well, I mean, I don't watch that stuff. Well, now look what's happened. Well, so in the future, when stuff when stuff is small potatoes, don't let it grow.
I gotta challenge that a little bit, because I think we've seen it, that it's not the way you're saying it sounds really easy, right? Like we just don't let it grow, but it still festers. It is a prostate cancer, and everything's going fine, and then suddenly you're peeing like a trickle, right? And there's nothing you can do about it, because people have been standing up. Like gamers rose up. They're trying to rise up from the dead, and it's not working. We've still got nonsense being shoved down our throats. We've still got we get minor victories with Steam on occasion, but then they go right back to it, and it's back to the censorship. Someone was talking to me about this stuff on Vic dying down. Like they're saying They're saying that maybe this stuff will just go away. And I wanted to ask you, Ethan, does this go away?
No,
no, it doesn't. It doesn't go away until they've beaten you. But here's what I'm thinking. I mean, this is the way things have to go in comics. This is the way things have to go in Star Wars. I really feel like we're winning in Star Wars. I think we shut that fucking community down.
not comics though, Ethan.
Comics is too late. Comics is dead. I mean, they actually
the last line of defense for any kind of like mainstream comics is manga.
Yeah.
The industry is fucked.
The comics is dead. I mean, there's nothing to save. Comicsgate is kind of just saying, hey, we're going to be a replacement kind of thing over here. But when it comes to this, I mean, the answer is to build a community and a strong community. And yeah, I mean, just say, look, somebody like Vic. By the way, Vic apologized. I just did a video about it. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Nobody is talking to him. Where is he?
He thinks he offended.
Here,
no, you don't apologize at all.
Well, Vic, you gotta remember, Vic is not a warrior. He's not a fighter. This is a guy that is too nice. Like I've described him before as if a character from a Hallmark movie became real. Like that's who he is. This is a very much everybody's just friends and we're all gonna get along in the light of Jesus. Like this guy was not ready for this, and I think that's one of the reasons it was able to get this far. Is that he never like stopped. He would just say like, these people just want to cause trouble. They're just trying to spread hate. Just don't let that happen.
How much coffee have you drank, Cody?
All of it. All of it is the answer. No, I think that there's something. I think that there's something to that. My interaction with Vic has been very limited. I'm not a huge anime fan. I didn't watch like Full Metal Alchemist. I didn't watch a lot of his work. What I've been learning about him sounds like a guy I could get along with just fine. Here's the thing with Vic from what I've seen so far. Vic he hasn't been fighting this fight. Ethan, you've been fighting this fight for the past year. Yellow Flash, you've been fighting this fight for the past year, maybe longer. Cody, you've been fighting this fight for the past year or two. You guys know, I know that this isn't a temporary thing. There isn't a point where you're done being beaten until you're done being a person. They don't just want your money. They don't just want your job. They want you groveling. They want you apologizing. And then they want to do it more. Then they want to lay into you even harder because you don't know what you did to all of those people that you've been ruining with your wrongthink. It's not good enough. It's never, ever enough. People have criticized me because I had Vox Day on my stream, for example. But you know what? Vox is very right about one thing in his book. His book about SJW tactics. SJWs always lie and SJWs always double down. They never, ever stop. You can't apologize. You have to fight or you're dead.
Nick, can I say this? Now, this is the way apologies go. You will apologize, and Vic's apology will be met with this exact thing from the SJWs. They will say, nice apology, very self-serving. Where did you acknowledge what you had done wrong? Whereas blah, 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 blah. Your apology will be met with extreme like skepticism. It'll be rejected, and then they will ask for you to do it again, but harder.
They did that already to him.
Remember when Zach donated $10,000 to a charity and that wasn't enough, Ethan?
Yeah, of course.
That's not enough. Delete your channel, motherfucker. That's exactly what they said. You need to delete your channel, and then it will be enough. You will be forgiven when you.
We saw that with Mars Girl. She's already doing that to Vic. Like when the apology video came out, because she had to run damage.
What a backhanded apology, she said, right?
Yeah,
is that what she said? I knew it every single time. It's always the same, guys.
No, she thought it was crocodile tears. It was acting because when he made that apology, you had a lot more people that were starting to side with him because it was hard to watch. It was a man genuinely like he was beaten basically by this shit. And she of course had to run, push that narrative. Like, no, it's actually, he's just faking. And then, you had the people dug up the video where he had argued with these crazy Christian protesters. Like, you all are calling him some radical Christian and homophobic. Well, here he is telling off radical Christians and saying that, you know, God loves these people and these people calling for damnation are stupid.
I don't
And then she's like, oh, it's acting. It was a performance. It was a conspiracy. It's an
You know
inside
what?
job.
It doesn't matter,
The
though.
strategy is not to protect Vic. The strategy is to go right after the SJWs themselves. The individuals that are doing this, use their tactics against them, isolate them, figure them out, and bring them to their knees.
They
Because
hate it.
defending Vic is something that is not, you're actually giving into their premise. Find out who these people are, go after them the same way they're going after Vic, and give them a taste of their own medicine. That is the only way to beat these
exactly
people.
what I'm doing.
Yeah, I know you are, Yellow Flash.
Ethan,
I love it.
Ethan, I got two things for you. One, you know about the apology thing because I think about 2 years ago, you said something to someone, and you, I believe you were called on it, and you genuinely regretted it, and you apologized, and it was never good enough.
I went through all of this in my video. I'm uploading a video about the apology now, and I'm saying, look, this is what everybody does. And then once it happens to you, and you've actually been through it, I think you're able to go to tell other people this is a pattern that recurs. We just saw it happen to Mike S. Miller. Mike S. Miller with his whole thing. The first thing that they do is they go to you directly, and they say, and they shame you for it, and they try to break you down. They go, I thought you were a better person than this.
Yeah,
why aren't you a better person?
I'm a fan of the Ethan Ralph strategy. They go low.
You go lower.
We go lower.
Yeah.
Because playing nice and these fucking pussy tactics that, well, we should be the bigger person. Well, when does that ever fucking work?
It doesn't work.
Balls.
See,
dildo out of your fucking ass, go lower, and then kick these motherfuckers to the goddamn curb. I don't understand the problem.
I've been watching this stuff since 2014. You know, that I met Ralph through the Gamergate stuff. It always follows the exact same pattern. The exact moment that you stop trying to go hard at them, the exact moment that you say, well, maybe we need to curtail what we're doing, maybe we need you to pull back a little bit, they will steamroll over you and they will destroy you. That's why Sargon of Akkad's name is Mud.
Knife wrench and bust your fucking head open if they could. They take bike locks and break people's faces apart.
These aren't normal people. These aren't human beings that you can empathize with or reason with. They are literally there to drive you to suicide. And the minute that you actually acknowledge that, figure that out for yourself, you're going to be able to stand up. Now, I said in this video that I'm uploading, Vic, they took your job from you. Now, at this point, you have nothing else to lose. And if you don't get rock hard right now and actually get thick skin and stand up and fight back as hard as you can, I don't know what you're going to do with the rest of your life. You know, this community does need, this anime gate community that's forming right now needs to actually understand these ideas immediately. They need to learn from Gamergate, Comicsgate, Star Wars Gate, and actually be strong. Because I'm telling you, these people that you're dealing with right now, this whole thing is going to grow. It's going to blow up. The anime community is much bigger than comics, much bigger than comics. I don't know if it's bigger than Star Wars. It might be. You guys need to figure this out and fight back hard, and do not. The whole thing about Vic's a good person. Who cares? It doesn't even matter. What we know for sure is the people that are attacking him are terrible people, and they.
I think that's why the Vic's a good person even comes up, because it is then emphasizing he is a good person. He doesn't deserve this, and yet they're doing it. So look how terrible they are for doing it to someone this nice, basically.
Well, feel free to do that, but see, be ready. It's not just about Vic. It's about the next victim that's coming around the corner, and you have to stop these people from doing it to the next person.
Yep, and here's the thing. Vic seems like a nice person. That's why you hire a lawyer who isn't nice. That's why you hire someone who will go after them. Vic doesn't need to fight this fight. There are professionals for it. That's the job, right? Like, that's the job of the lawyer, is to be the guy that the client can't be. And that's a real thing. I wanted to say, I was talking to an attorney friend of mine about some of this stuff, about these social justice brigades. And he says, it was very profound to me, was you can't, lawyers are very good. Some types of lawyers are very good at strategizing and planning against an opponent. But the problem with SJW types, the problem with the people that we've been dealing with for the past couple years now, is that they're not rational people. law has been tailored to this idea that you're dealing with like another business person. You're dealing with normal adjusted people with real jobs. You're not dealing with these 24-hour-a-day Twitter warriors who don't act in the face of reality. They act on this alternative set of rules that is indecipherable by normal people. So you don't get to strategize. Sometimes you can't be the scalpel. You have to be the sledgehammer. You just have to. And that's what I feel like you're saying, Ethan, is, you know, Vic, whoever's in this situation, at some point you have to get someone who will go all in and go hard and take these people to task. And listen, I can't stress this enough. If you have enough to credibly file a lawsuit, do you think Mars Girl has $5,000 to $10,000 to put down on an attorney?
Oh no.
Like, do you think Anime News Network has 10 to 20 grand to put down on a commercial litigator to say, oh my God, what did you publish? Did you fact check it? Did you source this? Do you know that these
don't.
Of course they don't.
Because after they put out the hit piece, like immediately after their Vic article went out, I think it was, who the hell was it? Actually, research guy, you're in here, you know. Who was it that one of the big wigs at Anime News Network was putting out a call for lawyers? Like, I'm looking for a lawyer. If it has to be someone with 10 years experience. Like, just
and also $85 an hour, please. Like, these people, they can't afford it. And the only reason that these people get to persist in this is because we can't afford it either. No one can afford an attorney. I don't care how rich you are. No one can afford an attorney. No one ever should have to. But when you do need it, first of all, the plaintiff gets to choose to hire a lawyer. The defendant is always forced. Put these people to task. Make them back up their story. Their little story on Twitter about how you sexually assaulted them, except they don't have a single detail that's cognizable. They can't name a date. They can't name a time. They can't tell you who's there. Conveniently, no one even knows what year it was that they're making it. Make them back it up. Make them put it in writing. Make them put it under oath, and make them pay $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 to get a lawyer to sign it, because they know if they don't, they're going to die financially. Put money down.
And it just takes a couple of people doing this, going after these scumbags, to send a message to everybody else. Hey, if you're trying to do this brigading bullshit, you will have real legal consequences, and then it'll slowly but surely start to evaporate.
Watch Anime Outsiders Business Insurance drop them tomorrow when they have to pay out for litigation based on how stupid they were for not Anime News Network. Sorry, don't ruin Cody. No, Anime News Network. Watch their insurer, because they've got insurance for this type of stuff.
Who owns them?
I don't think anybody does. They're like barely a business. Like, they were there. The whole reason that they even have the position they have in the anime industry is they were there first. And
they don't have a Polygon.
No, like that's why they beg on their website for donations. They say
they need to be sued. That'll shut them
down.
All right.
Yeah, this is the thing, guys. This is what I just want to say to you guys, and I'm going to let you go because I'm somewhere else and I'm admiring what's going on here. Okay. But let me give you some advice. This is exactly what this community, what Comicsgate did for your boy Zach. Okay, now we made sure we crowdfunded enough money. We built a community and then crowdfunded enough money to make Zach our voice, to actually silence this kind of abuse within the comic book community. AnimeGate, I love this. I love Weeb Wars. It's awesome. You guys need to build a community, and I'll probably join it. I'm not an anime fan at all, but man, I love the culture war, and I want to stop these idiots. They're all the same. We need to build a community, crowdfund enough to cause lawsuits, to inflict lawsuits on these people that are out there just doing nothing but destroying lives for laughs, destroying lives for fun. We've got to we can do that. If everybody pitches in 5, 10, 15, 20 bucks, we will quickly gain enough money to cause real change within the pop culture wars. We can do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. The weight of numbers, the engagement of the community. Look, whatever I've learned about Vic, it's this. Vic, like guys like Ethan, like guys like Zach, they respond to their fans. They respond positively. They encourage. They're an anchor in darkness. Like, I hate being cliche on this, but nerd community is a solace. It's an escape from a real world that sucks for people for a while. Now, sometimes we become lifelong fans. Like me, Warhammer, my life is good. I don't need Warhammer to make it better. But there is a time in people's lives where they need some sort of anchor. It has come through all sorts of mediums for people. And when you have someone steadfast in that position who can just say, you know what, things are okay. Things are going to happen to you. Things are going to be bad, but things are going to get better. Things are going to do that. This is how people do that. It's not a hashtag movement. It's not hashtag get better from a bunch of false people with a stupid narrative. This is the reality of someone that you admire or respect going out of their way for no reason other than like you're their customer and they say, hey, you know what? Thanks for reaching out to me. Ethan, you've talked about this with me a lot on our Comicsgate discussions, is that Comicsgate is about positively engaging fans. At the end of the day, that's what it is, and that's what guys like Vic do. And so what they do, what the result of that is, of course, you build a massive amount of loyalty amongst people because you identify that with them in their time of hurt. And this is where we weaponize the internet. We weaponize these communities and we start saying, no, you don't get to do this anymore. And we start funding lawsuits. We start taking that cost of litigation. I mentioned this earlier, but we start taking that $50,000 price tag and we spread it out amongst 10,000 people. It's $5. Of course we can do that. Of course we can do that.
And you've got good voices here. Nick, you're awesome. I appreciate you rallying every community. You're involved in all this. Yellow Flash is doing great. I'm looking at these guys here, Cody, Gator, and Alexios. I'm going to get to know you guys as well. If you guys need my help in any way, I will be happy to help.
I may test that in. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, this is a big deal, and you guys do need to organize this before it gets worse. I mean, now at this point, now that your boy Zach, Diversity Comics, now on a channel called what's his channel called now?
Just a second.
Comics Matter with
your boy Zach. Yeah.
Comics Matter. He said something really great. I mean, he said the problem with infestation is by the time you actually see the bugs, it's too late. And that's kind of what might be going on here. We're seeing the bugs. The infestation has already happened. It might be too late.
The Tyranids have already seeded the planet.
Yeah.
Thank you, Gator, for making that something I can understand.
Stand up. Everybody stand up and fight back. You can do it with your money. We can do it with crowdfunding, and we can actually make a difference if you want to. Or you can just cede all this to the left. It's up to you. You can have all your hobbies ruined by these people. You can have everything that you love run amok with these weirdos, these fucking SJW scumbags coming in, chasing out all the normal people, changing everything to social justice propaganda. You can have that, or you can organize a way to spend $5, $10, $15, $20 to make it yours, to kick these people out and to protect yourselves and each other. And I think you should absolutely do it. So, Nick, thanks for having me on. Yellow Flash, great to see you. Nice to meet you, boys. And I'll see you again later.
Congrats on the 100K.
Yeah, thanks, Ethan. Congrats on the 100K,
See you,
buddy.
Ethan.
Thanks, guys. Take care.
Have a good one,
See
man.
you later.